Welcome back, everyone, boys and girls, to Mr. Mortgage's neighborhood. We have our next guest here, Cole Eshelman. He is the marketing director. Is that what the title that we're using right now?
Marketing coordinator,
director. I like director better. Coordinator.
I like director.
All right, he's the marketing director of Envoy Mortgage's location here in Voorhees, New Jersey. And he's a recent college graduate, someone who's trying to bring the fresh, young vibes into the marketing department here with the old stogies like Mr. Mortgage and Mr. Drager. So Cole, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
It's
Awesome.
nice to be on this side of the camera instead of operating it.
Yeah, you are the I guess the brains behind it, or is it the brawn? I don't really know which way it goes for that.
But
You're the technical director of the Mr. Mortgage video hour. So talk a little bit about Envoy Mortgage and how you came to be an employee here at the office.
So I graduated in college last May, coming up on a year. Had a job in the summer, and then I was finally looking to start to get into the field I wanted to be in, which my background comes in sport management and with a minor in marketing. And it just so happened I was at a local bar and knew of a good friend named Chris Drager, and he told me kind of where he was working at, and he told me about his boss.
Chris Drager was at a bar? Are you serious?
Nothing to be surprised.
Oh man!
And he just told me his branch manager, which is Mr. Mortgage, was looking for someone to kind of run the marketing department and just kind of bring in a new role to the company.
I think you just called me out of character there. I'm not really sure that these guys really knew that Mr. Mortgage wasn't actually a real live person. Like, oh, whew. Man, I'm gonna have to explain to my kids.
Maybe we'll just that won't go right over your head. But yeah, and then I came in and interviewed, and I just kind of loved everything about the company and what was going on with it, and I took the job, and it's been on a steady rise since. I feel like I'm learning more and more every day, and it's really just the atmosphere here, the culture. It seems like everyone kind of has the same goal, and obviously everyone's goal might be to make money, but the vibe that you get here is that everyone's here to help each other. Everyone's here to succeed together, and it's not just a one-man show. It's almost everyone is on the same level.
I like it. And tell everyone out there, like, what's a day in the life of Cole Eshelman coming into work at Envoy Mortgage, start to finish? What are some of the things you do? What are some of the things you run into as the marketing director here?
So my day starts with me doing some things on my own. Then I get in the office at 9 a.m. I sit down, I look at our social media pages, I look at my emails, and I kind of see what all the loan officers are doing, whether it's social media, whether it's how they're marketing themselves. And from there, I kind of like to go into the pit where all the loan officers sit, kind of socialize, talk to them, kind of see what's going on with them, just to keep the relationship with everyone. And then from there, doing something to help our company grow. And then my second half of the day is where I focus on the realtors we work with or the insurance agents, and I kind of help them with their marketing, help them grow their brand, and pretty much just try to help them bring in more business. And in the long run, the more business the realtors do, the more business we do. And then my day ends with getting to say goodbye to everyone, getting to say goodbye to Mr. Mortgage. And normally I'm one of the last ones out of here. And so I lock up the office, make sure the front door is locked, the coffee's off, and finally head home.
He says coffee, bitch. But so of all the things that you do, like, what's your favorite part? What gets your blood pumping? What gets you really juiced about the job here?
So my favorite part of the job is the creativity behind the marketing. So my background comes with sports marketing. Sports has always been my passion, and I kind of always had just the ideas for how to market sports. And when I came to this industry, it was like doing a total 360, but the marketing is obviously the same. So I just like getting creative with helping people find a way to get business. And probably my favorite part of it all is when I come up with a marketing strategy for whether it's a loan officer or a realtor, and then 2 weeks later I get a message from them saying, I got 3 leads from that marketing strategy, that was awesome, thank you so much for your help, and that makes me feel good when we see something working.
And you do a lot of stuff with social media, you do a lot of stuff with all different facets of marketing. But if there's someone out there in the neighborhood who may be 40 or 50 years old, or maybe a little older than that, what would you tell them that you could do to help them get their message out to people that they might not already be hitting?
So for them to, most of the time, people around that age is on Facebook.
You better watch how you talk, because Mr. Mortgage might be in that age right now, you know what I mean? But go on.
So the way I go about it is, Facebook is a lot simpler to use than what people think, and there's also ways to connect multiple your social media channels.
Right.
So I kind of break it down for them, and I'll show them how to connect their social media channels, so this way when they post once, it goes to multiple channels, and it really takes the stress off them. And I kind of just break it down as simple as possible and show them how they can reach a larger audience without having to do the old-fashioned sending postcards to 200 people in an area, or handing out door hangers and having to have their kids walk and put them on houses. And so really I just try to break it down for them as simple as possible, and most of the time they are able to understand something that they've been putting off for the past 6 months because they didn't even know where to start.
Cool. And we're going to go do a little plug here for your family, because you helped us hold our Christmas party at your family's business. Give a little 30-second plug to the family business, and if someone was looking to have an event where they could contact them.
So my family owns Paris Caters. It's on Berlin Cross Keys Road. They've been there for, I think we're coming up on 10 years now. They used to be in Blackwood, and pretty much they have 3 rooms, 2 rooms for the catering, whether it's weddings, parties, sweet 16s, bar mitzvahs, and they also have a restaurant that they just opened. I think we're coming up on 2 years, called Robert's Bar and Grill. And it's just, if you're looking for a night out, Robert's Bar and Grill is great. The prices are great. They have live music Thursday and Friday, and then they have trivia night on Saturday. And if you're just looking for whether someone's getting married or you're just looking for a party, check out Paris Caters. You can find them at paris-caterers.com.
Awesome. Thank you. And then last question will be, if you could choose one place to go for your honeymoon when you get married to your girl, she has no choice over the matter here. We're just going to hypothesize, because we know that's not the truth. But hypothetically, if you could choose where you're going on your honeymoon, where are you going?
I'll be honest, that's a tough question. I haven't put much thought into where do you want to go for a honeymoon, but I do like a lot of like the tropical places like Jamaica, Puerto Rico, Punta Cana, Key West. So I couldn't really pick one at the time.
But it would be somewhere tropical.
But it'd be somewhere tropical,
Okay.
yes.
All right. I lied. Not last question. This will be the last question. You played college basketball. Was that your favorite sport, or was that just what you were really good at? Because I talked to a lot of athletes, and like a lot of basketball players really want to be baseball players. A lot of hockey players want to be basketball players. A lot of rappers want to be this. So was that what you really wanted to be, or that was just what you were good at and was a vehicle for you to get to where you wanted to go?
So actually, it's funny that you bring up that question. Basketball was not my best sport. My best sport was baseball, and I debated going to college for either basketball or baseball. I always wanted to play a sport in college, just that was kind of like one of my goals since I was a kid. And the reason I chose basketball in college was because just growing up, traveling the United States, playing baseball and stuff, I almost, I don't want to say I grew out of it, but I almost got tired of it. And then, not to be stereotypical, but then when I realized I had an opportunity to play basketball, I figured that I knew I wasn't going professional, and I knew I was good enough to play at the college level, and I was just looking to be that short white kid playing basketball that everyone gets to ask, oh, you play basketball? And I'm like, yeah, I play D2 college basketball. And it was more just to bring the excitement for me and for other people to see me playing.
Awesome. And where'd you go to school?
Lindenwood University out in Missouri.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Cole, thank you very much for coming on the neighborhood. Thank you for making Envoy Mortgage the place it is. And we will be back with some more guests from the neighborhood.